Hi, welcome back to I Confess with Travis. I'm your host, Travis Bartlett, and today I'm going to be talking to two people in a phone call, and they are going to be telling a story about how human trafficking is basically can be a scariest thing, and all I can say is you got to be careful who you hang around with. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take my first call. Alright, so how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. So I hear you guys got a story you want to tell.
I think you want to.
Yeah, I'll tell a story.
Okay, go.
Okay, so today's story is my mom went to DR and got roofied and messaged me today. So I'm laying on the phone with my friend and we're talking, and then my mom sends a message to the family group chat and she's like that she's not feeling good, and then she said she took a nap, and then someone, like, she said they weren't feeling good from they were drinking, and then someone was like banging the door, like doom 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 doom. This is in Dominican Republic, so obviously it's like a bit dangerous, and they're at a resort, and then the woman, like, my mom's friend got up and opened the door, and they were like, they're like, are you okay, to her friend, and he was like, yeah, and then they're like, is the girl okay? And then he was like, yeah. And then she just like didn't say anything. She's like turned around and walked away. Yeah, and then yeah. So then my mom went downstairs to the the main desk, and like confronted them, saying it was fucking weird how you guys knocked the door and didn't say anything. And then they said that that the person, like, that no one knocked on the door. So it obviously wasn't someone who worked there. It was just someone who was there. Like someone like stalked them, or not even stalked them, but just following them. So, yeah, that's the story.
That's the story.
Be careful. Human trafficking is insane.
Yeah, it is.
Watch your drinks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in foreign countries, I would not. I'd be like so like scared if somebody knocked on my door.
I would too. I would be really scared too.
I would be pissing my pants.
Yeah, I'd be pissing my pants.
I would have been scared too.
Yeah, no. But that's our story. Thanks for listening.
Alright.
No problem. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. So, the moral of the story is you gotta watch out when you're actually doing human trafficking, because it's actually the worst experience to ever get involved. And all I can say is, especially when you're drinking or drugging, that can also lead to getting raped for human trafficking and other stuff. I don't understand, like how people still do these and they still end up getting in trouble. And I mean, it's basically the world we actually live in. But all I can actually say is, be careful out there, because it's not pretty for the world we live in today. I mean, you might think it might be safe, but it's not. So be careful out there before you start doing something very unusual, weird, or whatever the case may be. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take a break, and I will be right back to take my second call. Alright, welcome back, and today I am going to be talking to a guy where he's going to be telling me a crazy sex story where he and a teacher are getting it on in a classroom. And let's just say this is something that everybody has always wished they can do when they have fantasies or actually wanting to do it with a teacher. So, let me go ahead and take my second call. Alright, so how you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Doing good. So I hear you got a story you want to tell.
Yeah, okay, so, this it happened pretty recently, but, so, it's actually the end of the school year.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was just walking through the hall and just minding my own business when the teacher pulled me aside. She came out of her room and she grabbed my arm. And she's just like, I need to talk to you about something. It was my English teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I've seen you walking around the halls and stuff, and you look like you conquer everyone else, like the rest of the school. You look like
You're a troublemaker kind of way.
Not necessarily, like,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just better than everyone else.
Oh, okay.
Like, you could just tell. I've got, like, aura that surrounds me.
Right.
And she told me that I look like a proper Sigma. And I was like, what's a proper Sigma? And so this is the craziest thing ever. So she took me into this. She didn't have anyone in class. And she took me to her desk. And she said she had a surprise for me. She crawled under her desk and she had me sit in her chair. She pulled my pants down, and you can guess where it went.
Yeah, I kind of know.
Yeah. So, and then there's actually another teacher that was walking by, and I was like leaning back like that, and he saw it, and he reported it to the principal, and the principal came and opened the door, and he said to me, son, you are a proper Sigma. I was like, 2 people have called me that now.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so if this was, it was like prom was like, I think this was on like a Wednesday, I'm pretty sure. So prom was on like this upcoming Saturday. And so I got announced at prom for being a proper Sigma, and everyone was just congratulating me and, you know, shaking my hand and stuff. They gave me like several medals and stuff too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But that's my story.
Well, like, I mean, I know, like, you guys actually did it, but, like, did you like it, or was it just kind of weird for the first time getting it from a teacher?
I mean, it was great. It was a great experience.
Okay. But did
She was
y'all
a younger
ever,
teacher.
did y'all ever get in trouble, or?
No, like that. Everyone congratulated me. Even the
So it
teachers
was
at the
like,
school.
okay.
Yeah, even the school board, like out of anyone, the school board was the proudest of me.
Oh, wow. That's really interesting. I've never had that happen to me like that, but I really do like that story, though.
Yeah, it was people. Whenever I like tell people that, like some people just don't believe it at all. But
You know, it's weird because, like, when I was like 16, I went to a college party and lost my virginity. But whenever I tell the story, people would ever tell me and say, like, well, you have to remember your first time. And first thing, I was drunk and high. I didn't remember.
yeah.
So it was like the next day, you know, when I get out of bed, my pants were down and people were taking pictures and videos of me and they were like, dude, you got laid last night. And I said, no, I didn't. I said, I'm still a virgin. And they were like, no, like, we got proof right here. And they showed me proof. And I was like, did I just get laid by a college girl? I didn't even remember that. But when people told me that, I was like, I don't know if I should believe this story. I mean, I thought I was like maybe masturbating or something like at a college party. I didn't know. But I've had people tell me that, and they say, well, you should always remember your first time.
Yeah.
But like I said, I was drunk and high. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, there was one time I was like so drunk, like it was bad. I was actually at a party too. It was with some of my buddies and stuff, and I got so drunk that I shit myself.
Oh,
like,
no!
It was like I started puking and stuff too, and like where like your stomach gets really tight.
Mm-hmm.
I shit everywhere. Like it was.
Oh,
bad.
no!
Yeah, it was terrible. My older sister eventually she had to come get me, and I felt really bad because she laid me down in the back of her car, and she didn't know that I'd shit myself. So she laid me down on the seat, and the next day she realized there was shit stains.
Oh, no!
Back seat, yeah, it was bad. It was terrible. She's like traumatized by it to this day.
See, I remember, like, when I usually, like, come home from, like, a party or something, like, come home in the middle of the night, you know, like, early morning, like, maybe 3 or 4 in the morning. I remember, like, I fell asleep on the floor because I thought I was asleep on the bed. And I woke up, I thought I was, like, in a pool or something. I woke up, I literally peed myself in my sleep and didn't realize it. Until I, like, woke up, I was like, why do I feel, like, so disgusted? Like, I feel, like, how, like, when you're drunk or high, you get this feeling like you just can't get it out or something. I don't know. It makes you
Yeah.
feel like you're, I don't want to make it sound like you're old, but it just makes it feel like like you were wasted,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize until I woke up, I was like, did I really pee myself?
Yeah.
And then I was glad it wasn't on the bed. I mean, like I said, I thought I was on the bed, but I was laying on the floor. But I just went and took me a shower, and I just said, look, I'm going back to bed.
Well, I've got to go. I've got a job interview in the morning, but I appreciate you letting me go on the podcast.
All right, no problem. And I hope you do well on your job interview.
Oh, thank you. I
All
really
right.
appreciate that.
All right.
Hey, take care, man.
All right, you too. Bye.
Bye.
I really do like this story because, like, sometimes, like, one day, if you have a similar story to what they're talking about, like having just sex or having this, like this dream sex or like a fantasy, like you have like a fantasy of what you want your dream to be like when it comes to having sex or drinking, and then you start being all like, oh my god, like this is like the best feeling ever, especially when the guy was talking about when he was having sex with a teacher. Everyone loved him. I mean, it's like basically watching a porno where you're basically watching a male teacher talking to a female student and then getting it on the desk kind of way. And all I can say is that's actually a perfect story to remember. And to what I'm thinking, like, I thought that he would have probably gotten into trouble, but he said that everybody liked it. They said they loved it. And, sometimes you just want to, like, share your stories with other people and, and just want to have a good time, like, interesting, fun stories that you can actually tell with anyone, I know this podcast is really short, and I got something I'm going to tell you guys after the next break. Yes, this is actually the first episode where you're going to have 2 breaks. And then after this episode, I'm going to go ahead and start talking about a list of rules when it comes to dating boys. So be prepared right after the break. All right, welcome back. And today I'm going to be talking about a list of rules for dating boys. Now, I've actually read all of these rules, and I know some of you girls might think that this is considered a red flag, but what I'm going to actually read is, let's just say, I think that boys are wanting to take over instead of the women ruling the world kind of way. So I don't know who made these rules. I don't know where these rules came from. But all I remember was I was looking it up online saying boys rules for dating, and let's just say this is the #1 list that I've actually found. So I'm going to go ahead and read them right now. If you cheat, I'm gone. No second chances. No hugging other boys. That is true. Tell me before I find out, which, a lot of women don't want to tell their boyfriends who they're going out with or who they're dating behind their backs. If you're going out, tell me with who and where. That is absolutely true. Don't lie to me. There are a lot of girls that like to lie a lot, which is really upsetting to a lot of men, and women lie constantly. I would say tell the truth and be honest with me. No posting other guys. That is absolutely true. Girls would just go find a guy and just start posting pictures of them all over social media. And then with us guys, we end up finding out about it. And then they want to lie about it, saying that they're just a friend or cousin or brother. No play fighting with other guys. That's absolutely true, because when we hear the word play fight, it means they have been cheating on us with another guy. Think about how I would feel before you do something. That is absolutely true. Because, like, you need to let your boyfriends know how you feel before doing something, because sometimes, like, us men can be caught off guard and don't even know what you're doing. So you have to tell us men, which is your boyfriend, what you're doing. And always remember, I'm the best one for you. That is absolutely true. You hear a guy that says, I'm the best for you, that means that they love you forever. What's mine is mine, and what's yours is ours. I don't know, that just sounds like something that a woman would actually say, but I guess since men are now saying that, I think, I don't know if that's true, but like I said, that just sounds like something that a woman would say. My money is my money, and your money is our money. Once again, that sounds like something that a woman would say. But yes, there are a lot of men out there that are flat broke because of these women. So if a woman does not have money to pay for anything or half the bills or whatever, that's just plain up sad. I mean, women out here are richer than a man is nowadays. So they always want to end up saying that women's money is more important than men's money. Well, now you see why men are broke and women are richer. Which I still think that's a little weird for a man to say, you know, my money is my money and your money is our money, which is kind of weird. When someone is texting you, then your text is our business and phone calls. Wow. Whoever made these rules really means business. Because some of this stuff just sounds like something that girls would actually say to a man, but now it's like men are saying this to girls now, which is ridiculous. Give us all your logins to your devices, including social medias. Wow. I mean, I don't know who made these rules, but like I said, women been sneaking around social media and hiding things on their phone. That is absolutely true. Saturdays are for the boys. That is absolutely true. So every Saturday, a guy gets to go out and hang out with the guys. You need permission to use or touch our stuff. I think that's absolutely true. Because it's not fair that you have a woman who thinks it's all fun and games to touch our stuff or use it, wear it, eat it, and then we end up getting into a fight about it. If you get food anywhere, then get us something. See, this sounds like something that a woman would say to their boyfriends. But like I said, I'm not the one who made up these rules. I just found them online. But yes, I think that they should, get us something to eat. Since, women out here would always say, like, no, I'm not hungry. But then they end up eating our food, which is ridiculous. If you don't have a job, it's over. That is absolutely true. See, there are women out here who think like, oh, it's okay for a woman to quit their job, but they want their boyfriends, husbands, or whatever to do everything, like do the dishes, clean the house, work, and then have to pay all the bills and stuff. I would say, like, first of all, if a woman says that they are no longer getting a job or that they're quitting their job, look, you might as well just say, look, it's over between us. What we do on our devices is our business. What you do on your device is our business. There are a lot of women out here that would hide things from their boyfriends. And then they want to get all nosy when they're going through us guys' phones. I mean, like I said, I'm not the one who made up these rules. I'm just reading them. But yeah, I think that should be reasonable. We'll track your location. See, I think that's reasonable. Like, if you're a guy and let's just say you come home from work, but then let's say your girl decides to go out clubbing, drinking, or hanging out with their exes or another boyfriend behind your back, I think that's reasonable. And because women out here would start wearing all these fucking hoe dresses thinking like, oh, well, I'm just going out with the girls, a friend, or whoever. But it's already bad enough that girls want to turn off their locations. So they must keep them turned on, so the guys can know exactly where the girlfriends are going. Even though girls will start turning off their locations, then that's a problem. You can't go out with a man. That is absolutely true. Because, like, let's say if a girl was to go out, then a boy must go out with you. Which I think is actually reasonable. Wherever you go, I go. That is absolutely true. I think, you know, if a girl is going somewhere, then that means the boy is going with you, like I just said with the last one. I mean, some of these look like this real true rules that women do when they're going out cheating on their man. No asking stupid questions. Yes, that is the number one rule that every single woman would always ask boyfriends, like, are you gonna cheat on me? Cheating related questions. And then they want to try to, you know, talk about other things that's going to involve cheating. I mean, just plain stupid questions, you know? I just think that's just... I mean, I actually do agree with that. No asking stupid questions that require cheating related questions, even though you girls already know if you're with a man and they're being loyal to you and they're not cheating, then what's the point of asking the stupid questions like that? If we're playing video games, we want to be left alone. That is absolutely true. There is a lot of men out there that do play video games and they want to be left alone. And because, let's say, if a girl does not want any attention, then the guy should either, like, go out with her guy friends or start playing video games. But then you girls want to try to come out at last minute saying that you want attention or you want something. Like, don't just have us start our fucking game systems, like pressing the power button, and then it's like, babe, I need you. Babe, I need attention. Babe, can you go out and get me something? Babe, I have something important to tell you, and so on and so on and so on. Us guys want to go out, we go out. Don't give your girlfriends any money. You know, I've seen a lot of videos where guys are giving these girlfriends thousands of dollars to say things like don't call me, text me, don't, you know, ask me where I'm at, and don't, you know, whatever. I mean, what guy is giving their girlfriends all this money just so the guys can go out? Like, what are you trying to do? Pay your girlfriend just so they can keep their damn mouth shut? No. If I was to go out with the guys, my money stays with me. If us guys are ready to go out on a date with you, you girls better be ready 10 minutes. Meaning, like, if a guy can take like 2 minutes to put on a shirt and pants, but you women like to take, let's say, 2-3 hours to get ready, then let's just say y'all have already lost that restaurant reservation. Because, like, let's just say, for example, let's just say you made a reservation saying like you're going to a fancy restaurant at 8 o'clock. But then at 7:59, your girlfriend is over here all like, well, it only take me 2 minutes to get ready. 2 minutes or 2 hours to get ready. Because if you're not in that car by 7:30 and we are at that restaurant by 8, our reservations is going to be over with and they're going to give that reservation to somebody else. All I can say is when you get off the phone, tell them to get ready right now. Or if they want to wait at last minute, then that means y'all are not going out. Because you know how girls are taking their precious time of getting ready when you should be out the door at 7:30 and be at the restaurant at 8. You girls will have to pay your own bills. Us guys will not pay for all your bills. That is absolutely true. There are women out here who don't even want to pay bills, and don't get me wrong, I've had a lot of women out there that always say, well, no, bills are for only men. Women don't pay bills. And it's like, well, let's just say you graduated from high school, you better start learning how to pay bills. Because a man is not going to have money to pay all your bills. So all I can say is like, look, the next person who's going to actually start dating me, I'm going to end up just saying like, look, if you want me to pay your bills, you're going to have to pay your own damn bills. I'm sorry, but I don't pay people's bills. If we live together, bills are paid 50-50, which means the woman has to pay 50% of the bills and the man has to pay 50% of the bills as well. Like I said on the last one, if girls do not pay bills, you might as well just dump them. If girls talk about their ex in front of their boyfriends, it's over. That is the number one red flag when it comes to girls who want to bring up about their ex by saying things like, well, you know, I just thought about my ex the other day, or I got a call from my ex. Or they'll start crying because they found out that their ex was dead. Like, first of all, who fucking cares? And then they want to get mad and say things like, oh, so you don't care about my ex? Then they'll start bringing up a list of things like, well, at least my ex drives a better car than you. At least my ex was better in bed than you. At least my ex gave me all this money and paid for all my bills and bought me stuff. Like, bitch, if you're going to be thinking about your damn ex, go back to your ex, because it's over between us. And yes, us guys are going to dump you, because I can tell you right now, a guy should never bring up about their ex. Like I said, that's the number one thing that really pisses a guy off. If girls going out all dolled up with other girls or just a friend, it's over. Meaning, when a girl is dressed up in a hoe dress, getting themselves ready, getting themselves all dolled up, like, well, I'm just going to hang out with some friends or hang out with some girls. Meaning that hoe dress that the girls are wearing is a way for them to get cheated on so that they can find another man to sleep with. If you guys don't know what a hoe dress is, well, now you know. If girls are doing OnlyFans, they're cheating. And the reason why they are actually cheating is because when you got women who's starting an OnlyFans page doing porn, and then you got every single horny man who's watching you on OnlyFans is paying you all this money just so they can actually find you and sleep with you. And that can also lead to cheating. So if your girlfriend has OnlyFans, you better tell them to delete it or it's over. If you girls have more money than your boyfriends and you don't want to share any of it with us, it's over. Now see, like I said about the money, see, girls, they would have money for themselves and then they'll start using their boyfriend's money just so us guys can buy them whatever junk, stupid, whatever they don't need. Now, I'm just saying, because, like, look, if these girls have, let's say, $100,000 in their bank account, but then let's say the guy only has $1,200, do you think that the woman should share some of that money to their boyfriend? Because if they don't, then that's that's going to involve a breakup. Because girls will lie about that and they'll start saying, like, well, I got that money from my daddy. Well, let me tell you something. Your daddy did not give you $100,000. I mean, he might have given you at least maybe a couple $100, but not 100,000. So don't fucking lie. If you girls are hiding something on their phones, they are cheating. Like I said before, girls would hide things on their phones, and they don't want their boyfriends to find out what they're actually cheating on them with. And then guys end up finding out who these people are. If a girl acts like an ass or a bitch in front of their boyfriends, then no sex tonight. I think that's basically reasonable, because you would see a girl who would start acting up, being a bitch, acting like an ass, I mean, constantly in front of their boyfriends. All you gotta do is just punish them by saying, like, look, you're gonna act like this, then there ain't gonna be any sex tonight. Now, those are all the rules that boys list. I don't know, like I said, I don't know who made this. I don't know where I found this at. I get to the point where I just look things up and don't even look at the exact website. But I'm going to post this on my YouTube channel. Anyway, I'm done reading all the rules that was listed by whoever this guy was. But I will be posting this on my community tab on my YouTube channel. So if you guys actually want to see it, it'll be posted tonight. And I really want your honest opinion on what this actually means. I think whoever created these rules were probably tired of women acting like, how women are. But I'm really curious to see what women's rules really are. But anyway, if you guys actually like to be on my podcast, please text 478-901-4445. That's 478-901-4445. And I will talk to you guys next week.